Thank you. Thank you, Hermosa Beach. Now that we got the curtain open, it was an awkward moment. But I just wanted to say a couple of words to, first of all, thank my good friend Chris Miller for putting this on today. I have so many friends here tonight. It's great to see Mike Lacey and Kevin Cody from the Easy Reader. People I grew up with. I moved to Hermosa Beach in 1960, and we had a house on the Strand. We paid $150 a month on the Strand. Whereas you has a house right now for $11.9 million. You see that? Brand new. It's a little different now, but it's a great city, and I'm so proud to be part of it still. I live locally in Palos Verdes, not too far, and I remember giving a speech right on the stage. What the Constitution means to me when I was in the 8th grade. And we gave it down to Rotary Club and Valley Drive. My parents had a house on Longfellow Avenue that's worth probably over $1 million by now. But they were also really important members of this community. My father was on the school board, Dr. Robert Benoit. My mom taught school in Manhattan Beach for 30 years at Pacific, and there's a few of her students here tonight. I also want to talk about a very important place called the Lighthouse. And I think that's the reason I got into jazz. And I just want to tell you how unbelievable it was to be within blocks of one of the greatest jazz clubs in the world, with world-renowned access to hear Herbie Hancock there, and Cannonball Adderley, Miles Davis, Weather Report, Bola Sete, Cal Jader, Tom Scott, Hermosa Beach's own Tim Weisberg, my very good friend that still lives in this community. And that's how I got my start, is at the Lighthouse. And I never forget when I finally got on that stage with Tim, and it was such a thrill. And then after that, I had the good fortune of being a featured performer at Concerts by the Sea. And of course, I owe that all to Mr. Howard Rumsey, who is here tonight, which is unbelievable. I'm just so blown away. And I've got a funny story to tell you. Howard, I have to tell this story because I remember it so vividly. It was the first time I'd ever played Concerts by the Sea. This is the place I used to see Bill Evans, Oscar Peterson, all the greatest musicians in the world, and I had my opportunity to play there. You know, honestly, I hadn't played real famous places before. I played a lot of clubs. In clubs, you played 45 minutes, 15 off, 45, 15 off, from starting at 9 o'clock till 1:30 in the morning. And I used to play, you know, Pier 52, all the joints, the Polynesian Room, and we now remember that? It's not there. Yeah. I paid my dues. All my Fender Rhodes electric piano up a 7th flight of stairs. My dad helped me. Anyway, so the first night I opened at Concerts by the Sea, I'm at this point had a few records out and actually doing pretty well. I played my 45-minute set, and I get off the stage, right? And Howard comes up to me and says, "Man, you only played for 45 minutes? I'm flabbergasted. I thought you loved music. You wanted to be up there." I said, "I'm sorry. I didn't know that it was 2 shows a night, 2 75-minute shows." Okay, and from that point on, we became very good friends, and I hope you don't mind me telling that story, because it was just one of those great moments that I learned about in my career. And so I have something to present to Mr. Rumsey that I'm going to do right now. And I'm going to come down to the audience, and Mr. Rumsey, I'm going to present this to you first. If you'll just bear with me for a moment.
Stay there, Howard. He's going to come to you.
This is from the city of Hermosa Beach.
Maybe we could read what's in there.
lifetime achievement. Whereas Howard Rumsey was born on November 7th, 1917 in Brawley, California. And whereas Howard was an American jazz double bassist in the West Coast School of the Cool Jazz Idiom. And whereas Howard is probably better known as the manager of the Lighthouse All-Stars, with whom he also performed. And whereas Howard also did work early on with Stan Kenton and was particularly active in the 1950s with musicians such as Bud Shank, Jimmy Guthrie, and Shorty Rogers, among others. Whereas Howard went on to found Concerts by the Sea in Redondo Beach and continued to be a major force in the promotion of jazz on the West Coast. Now therefore, and I'm not the mayor, but I'll stand in for him right now, Michael Keegan, Mayor of the City of Hermosa Beach, California, on behalf of the entire City Council, do hereby present this Lifetime Achievement Award to Howard Rumsey for his contribution to West Coast jazz and all his jazz to the South Coast. Howard?
Thank you very much. Let's be friends. There's a lot more to come. We'll talk about it later. Thank you, David Benoit.
Thank you, Howard. I'm also really thrilled to have